This is a video to show you how to submit your podcast RSS feed to YouTube. Now, it's a fairly new process for podcasters here in Australia to be able to put your audio podcast through to YouTube. Don't stress, you don't need to have any video component of it. So if you're not recording videos or you don't want to record videos, that's not an issue. The YouTube Music is actually going to take over what has been Google Podcasts up until now. Sometime in 2024, they are actually going to close Google Podcasts down and they are redirecting people to YouTube to put their podcast here. Now, you don't actually have to create your podcast here. You don't have to host it with YouTube. It's simply submitting the RSS feed that you already have through your hosting platform to YouTube as a new directory. So it's the same sort of process as putting it through to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, etc. It's really important to put your podcast here because in the US, YouTube has actually taken over Spotify and Apple Podcasts as the most popular place for people to listen to their podcasts. So make sure you submit your RSS feed here because it really is growing as the platform where people are listening to those audio podcasts. So when you log into your YouTube channel, you actually need to click on your account up here and go to YouTube Studio. Now, this very first step, I came unstuck because I clicked on Create and New Podcast. And when I went to submit my RSS feed, I had to step through a verification. It was a really simple process. It's just a case of putting in your email address and they'll send it to you. It did take a few hours for the verification to come through, but it was a fairly easy process. So I've already done that and I'm going to submit my RSS feed and it will step you through the process. So I'm going to click on next. Now I have mine currently with Buzzsprout. So I'm going to copy the link and go back and paste it into here. And it's going to go through its process of just checking that the RSS feed is okay. Then you need to click on the send code button so that they will send you an email with that code to enter. So I'll just grab mine and verify. The easiest option is just to say upload all the episodes in the RSS feed. However, if you've got a lot of episodes and you don't want them, you've got a few different options there. So uploading all episodes, as it says here, by default, it's not published. So what I would do here is you just wait for them all to upload. Then you can go in and actually change your podcast from being private to public by hitting that publish button. So you just need to wait patiently for all of those to upload. And then once you've stepped through that process, you'll get this pop-up message that says you've created your podcast from your RSS feed and it takes some time to upload all the episodes. When you have done that, you need to then go in and publish your podcast from the podcast tab on the content page. And then the last step, I just had to jump into the channel content and hopped onto the podcast tab and then click on your podcast and you just want to change the visibility from private to public and then click on save. Now, when I actually did this back on the last screen, it was actually spinning quite a long time and saying that it was still processing. So after I'd left it for quite a while, I did actually come in here and could see that they were adding as videos. So all of your audio content and episodes will actually add into the section as videos. It pulls your artwork, so you've got a still image there. Now, the other thing here is that all of your videos might be set to private as well. So I did the step prior and thought, okay, that's great, I've made it public, and wondered why it took a little while to show up, and it didn't show up. So then realized that all of them are still marked as private. So if you went in that way, you'd have to do them individually. But if you click on the videos tab here, select all, and then edit, change the visibility here, all of them to public. Update all of the videos. I understand the implications. That way you've made the podcast public and you've made all of the videos public as well. And that should be it for getting your podcast live on YouTube. I'm not sure how long that takes to process, but that's following all of the steps. And let me know if you've got any questions.